Hi everybody, I'm here today to share another Halloween flipbook that I made. This is for going out to Dale in Germany, who's addicted to nail art, here on YouTube. And so let's get started. This is the front cover, and I have a rosette here that I glittered up. There's lots of tutorials here on YouTube how to make these, and I just punched out a doily edge punch around the edges, and I had this flower in my stash that I just stickled up with gold stickle. And this is just some trim that I cut into a banner. And this broom was inspired by YennyStorytale here on YouTube. She did a tutorial on how to make these crepe paper brooms, which I thought were absolutely adorable. And this is just some trim, big ribbon trim that I had gotten, and some gold bling here. And this piece was inspired by Favored Favors here on YouTube. She did a tutorial here. I'll leave a link to everybody in the description box below, and I just loved it, so I had to make one of these. I think it's just gorgeous. And this is some glittered felt that I had that I turned into a tassel and put some trim around here. And this was a bead that I had gotten from Sonia Steptoe here on YouTube. And this is just from a necklace that I cut apart. And then you just open it up here on this flap, and all this paper here was gifted to me by my friend Marlene. Hi Marlene. She had bought a paper pad for her sister, and her sisters couldn't really use the Halloween papers. Pardon me. So she gifted them to me, so I'm so grateful and thankful pardon me, for that, because they worked out perfect in this album. So this is a glittered ephemera spider that I had, and some googly eyes and some little plastic flies here. And I just inked around all the edges with black ink. And this is I just put this skull here, and I'll leave the tutorials for all the parts that I made here too in the description box below that are moving parts. And the bat and the skull were just from Halloween scatter confetti. So they're pretty big pieces, so I thought they were pretty cool to use. And I put some silver ephemera here, and some googly eyes there, and just some glossy accent up the teeth and the eyes. So yeah, let's just wait and eat some spiders. All the spiders are going for the flies. And then here I have a rosette that I made from a cupcake liner, and this is just a pumpkin punch that I have. And this piece, they came from like a piece like this of the paper, so I just cut it out. And these two pieces are from this ephemera pack, and this is a glitter ephemera from a glitter ephemera pack. And I just got some goodies tucked away in this pocket here, and the same with this here. And this is some washi tape that I put here. It's the only Halloween washi tape I have, actually. And I tried to make this like a loaded envelope, the way they curl down the edges. I just love that. So, but I couldn't curl the edges because it made it too thick and bulky. Actually, this whole album kind of came out bulky. I was trying to make it so it wouldn't bulge out so much, but it happens every time. This is a cupcake liner that I glittered up, and it's from that confetti pack, and I just punched out a scallop circle there. And then when you open it up like this, this piece was inspired from a template that I saw on Pinterest. I didn't know what it did or how it worked, and I kind of had to figure out how the folds went, because there wasn't any instructions, but I thought it was kind of cool. So you can kind of spin it around, and then to open it you just pull on the edges. And I put the paper down in such a way that you can see the skull here, and I gifted her some eyeballs, and it's held together by a brad in the middle, and they got a nice raven or crow up here. So I thought that was kind of cool. You just tuck it all back in, it just falls back to place. And then this is a die cut that I have, and I just kind of inked around the edges to make it look worn, and I wrote "Enter if you dare." And this is just a skull from the ephemera pack. And then it opens up like this. And I just have a witch's scene in here that I did some stamping of spider webs here. This is a border that I cut down here. And this one was from the same border pack. And this is a punch I have. So I just punched out a piece of cardstock there to have it dripping. This is a new die cut that I got from eBay. So I just cut it out in yellow to make it like it's a yellow moon, because it says the witching hour here. It's just a broom stamp there and some ephemera pieces here and here. And I put some googly eyes on the frog and the witch's faces. And I made this like a pop-out page with this witch, and I did have the cat on pop dots, but I think I should have put another layer there. But oh well, I think it still came out pretty cool. And then this page was inspired by Shonda from SLIMcard. She had made a flip book, and she had a coffin swinging open this way. And I think it had a currently or favorites, which I thought was an awesome idea to incorporate that into the flip book. However, I made mine a little different. This is some scatter confetti that I got. It was all in the same pack with the bats and the skulls and the spider webs. And there's a glitter ephemera, and I just blinged up around the edges. And then the coffin opens up, and I just put some patterned paper down and some bling around here and some more of those plastic flies. And down here I just put some cheesecloth bits that I cut off of this mummy that I made. I just hand drew a mummy and taped them up and then put some cheesecloth around them. And a couple of enamel dots that I made. And then I just put a pocket up here in the coffin lid with some goodies there. And that's from the same confetti scatter. And these are just some ghosts from the ephemera pack, and same with this skull. All the ephemera is pretty much from the same ephemera pack, and same with the glitter ephemera. And these little fences I made, and I made a few of them. I thought they were so cute. I wanted them dilapidated. So they started out like this. This was the first one I made. And actually they were still rounded on the bottom, which I think I'm gifting to her. Nope, I cut them all down. So yeah, after I painted them, I just trimmed off the edges, and it kind of ripped a bit, and I sanded it all down and cut off the bottoms and sanded it all down too. So I think they just turned out so cute. They just look so old and worn, and I really, really like the effect. So I had to put one of them in here. And then the page opens up here, and I just made this page here. As I said, these are all from the same glitter ephemera and the table scatter. And here you pull down, and I just put the words boo, and this all stands up here like this. So that was kind of neat. And then on this page, I made this little booklet, and I just used some baker's twine there, and this more glitter ephemera and the witch's hat here from the same pack. And I just put some yellow in the eyes, and some of them up, I gave them a center in the eyes just to make them stand out a little more. And then it opens up like that. And I drew some cobwebs in the corners and stamped some cobwebs here. And I'll leave the tutorial on how I made this. There's lots of tutorials here on YouTube. I didn't come up with any of these ideas originally. just watched a lot of different videos and combined what I got out of them and made a kind of like my own tutorial how I understood it. So, and then this was inspired by Pinterest along with that one. So it's a scroll that somebody had made, and I just loved it. And I had these toothpicks that kind of resembled scroll ends, so I just kind of inked up the edges and put a ribbon closure on it, and then you just unravel it, and I wrote "Have an awesome day," and I did some stamping in the background of a script and a skeleton there, so I don't know if you can see it too good, and inked up around the edges and kind of burnt the edges too to kind of give it an old look. And then it just rolls back up and stays there. So, and then this is the back, nothing fancy. I just put a "Handmade with Love by Me" in the year, and then a piece of ephemera from the pack. And then I just have some goodies that I'm going to send her. I made this rosette on a straw. I think these are so cool and fun. And I hand cut this bow and glittered it up and put a piece of candy corn and stickled up a scallop circle there and googly eyes. And this is a witch hat pick that I'm gifting her a few of them too. It's just in a cupcake liner set. And I just put some eyelash trim going up the straw here and put a orange rose on the back. And then I just got a couple of packs here for her, and she loved this stamp set, so I had to gift her one of them. And then I made one of these brooms that I'm gifting to her too. Little witch's broom. It's made out of embroidery thread and bead on the top. And this is the confetti scatter that I was talking about. So there's some nice big pieces in there that you can play with. And some of these fences that I had made, and I left one plain so she can do whatever she wants with it. And then I just have some washi tape wrapped around a piece of ephemera that I put in between a laminating sheet. And then there's a couple of little skulls in there and some kind of like Halloween colors of sequins in here, and I also put some ants in there too, plus she can alter the bottle if she wants. So anyways, Dale, I hope you like everything, and I hope you enjoyed this Halloween flip book. I had so much fun making this, and yeah, it was great. But anyways, everybody, I hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.